This is Sports Talk with Evan Walker. It is Friday the 13th of June, and despite everyone continuing to say that the Pacers are not going to win the finals, they continue to win games as the underdog. They continue to play the best in the fourth quarter. When OKC starts crumbling, they start falling apart. I think Chet's overrated. I said that. But I will say, at the beginning of this game, he looked very good. He was kicking our ass. But, you see, whenever a 7-footer was on him, someone his own size, and he wasn't wide the fuck open, he got locked up. Miles Turner blocked him twice on one possession. Okay? He made only 2 shots when Miles Turner was guarding him in this game. Okay? And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I think he's overrated, but he's very good whenever someone that isn't his own size is guarding him. I will say that. And he was kicking our ass in the first quarter, but that's it. And then he missed the rest of his shots pretty much. I think he made like 2 or 3 more. I don't know. But Miles Turner, apparently he's under the weather. He played like shit, really. But his defense was solid, and he came to play when it mattered. But really, the biggest takeaway from Game 3, besides the Pacers winning 116-107, was TJ McConnell coming off of the bench. He single-handedly got us the lead. I think it was right before half. Yeah, right before half, he got us the lead. And he had 2 huge steals. He's a fucking dog. And he also did something that's never been done before in NBA Finals history. He came off the bench, scored 10 points, had 5 steals, and had 5 assists. 2 of those steals were to help us get the lead. Now, the thing about TJ McConnell, the great white hope, as Tyrese Halliburton called him, he brings something that you cannot teach, okay? He brings energy not only to the crowd but to his teammates. The way he plays energizes everybody on the court, and it especially energizes the whole stadium when they're at home, obviously. But yeah, that's what you get with TJ McConnell. He brings energy, and honestly, I don't know. Bennedict Mathurin fucking killed it, okay? 27 points off the bench, okay? He is a great 6th man. He's very good. He could be starting for this team, but he would definitely be starting anywhere else, probably. He could be starting anywhere else, I should say. He's really, really good, and I'm very glad that he is okay coming off the bench, because I think we have the best bench in the NBA. At one point we were outscoring their bench 19-0, and Obi Toppin, he's a dog. Obviously, Bennedict Mathurin's a dog. TJ McConnell is a fucking dog, bro. He was amazing, and it was awesome. And you would not usually say that about somebody that only scored 10 points, but he just brings so much more than just 10 points, So, I mean, it's just that energy, dude. He gets everyone hyped. He gives the team hope, hence the Great White Hope. So, yeah, Tyreek, I think he heard us all talking shit about him playing like shit because he decided to go 22, 9, and 11. Would have been nice to get that one more rebound to get the triple-double, but I'll take the W. And if you were watching the game, you probably seen the stat come up that said whenever Tyrese Halliburton scores 20 points and has 10-plus assists, we are 20-1. One thing I really don't understand, though, is did these experts not watch the Pacers play, or did they not do any research? Because, like, right before the game, Stephen A., I'm not trying to point him out, but he's the person I remember. He said he's taking OKC in this game. Las Vegas had the line at -5.5 for OKC to win. The Pacers have not lost back-to-back games since March 10th. OKC hasn't lost back-to-back games since 2024. And I don't know if this is true, but I'm pretty sure that this year in the playoffs, the Indiana Pacers have not lost a Game 4 at home in the playoffs. OKC hasn't lost back-to-back games in the playoffs or since 2024. So, one of those things has to change. Friday the 13th. And there's thunderstorms that are being called for in Indiana. That's kind of weird. Thunderstorms, haha, that's hilarious. But anyway, what I'm saying is one of these things has to break. I mean, either the streak breaks of OKC not losing back-to-back games, or the Pacers are going to... Listen, the Pacers lost every Game 3 at home until last night. They also haven't lost back-to-back, so they broke that, kept one thing going, and now OKC's up against their streak being broke or continuing. So I don't know. I really think the Pacers. I really would like. I would really prefer if the Pacers just won this Game 4, and it's going to be rowdy Friday night in Indy. Whoo, buddy! It's going to be a fun time to be watching Indiana Pacers basketball, but. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, the good thing is, since both teams have not lost back-to-back games since March or since 2024 or this entire playoffs, the good thing is Pacers won the first game. So if that trend continues, guess who your NBA Finals champions are? That's right, the Indiana Pacers, okay? I really think the reason that we're going to win the NBA Finals is because of Rick Carlisle, okay? And here's the thing, too. OKC does not have a great record in games decided by 3 points or less. The Pacers are the opposite. The Pacers have a very good record, especially in the playoffs, in games that are decided by 3 points or less. I mean, Tyrese is like 12 for 13 on shots to tie or go ahead in the last 90 seconds of regulation or overtime. So, I like our chances if we can keep it within 10 until 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I know that's insane to say, especially in the NBA Finals, but I truly believe it. I truly believe if we keep it within 10 and we got 6 minutes left, we can come back and win. We've done it multiple times in these playoffs. And I just love that people are still doubting the Indiana Pacers because it's awesome. And they continue to try to say, oh, well, they only beat hurt teams or blah, blah, blah. Guess what? OKC's not hurt. I'm sure they're going to be feeling hurt. Our defense was kicking ass, okay? I mean, McConnell, we had more steals than OKC, and that does not happen very often. But, yeah, I think Tyrese needs to continue being aggressive like he was. 22 points. I also like that we were denying SGA the ball. He only scored 24. Yes, that's right. Bennedict Mathurin off of the bench scored more points than your all's MVP. Maybe he's the MVP, but I don't know if he's going to be the finals MVP. People are still saying that OKC is going to win, and they very well could, but the team that goes 2-1 in the finals wins the finals 81% of the time. So I don't want to jinx us or anything like that, but we just really need to get game 4 at home. We need to win this we need to win it. We cannot let them get game 4 because it's going to be very demoralizing to have to go back to OKC after a loss. It would be amazing. Look, it would be so crazy if we win in a gentleman's sweep against OKC. Everyone would feel so stupid. I would love to hear Stephen A. shut the fuck up for once because the Indiana Pacers proved him entirely wrong. And he would have to stop dick riding SGA and stop talking shit about Halliburton. Look, I know, and he knows that he played like shit the first 2 games. Besides the game-winning shot. Look, and it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. Maybe not even good, but I'll tell you what was great. That last second shot. And that's all you need, really. People want to say, oh, they kicked their ass the whole game. There's no way they can do that. There's no way they can keep getting away with this. We have been. The whole fucking time. So stop doubting us. Listen, I was listening to these guys talk about how the Thunder they outscore us in the first quarter. Like, all together, all 3 games, they outscore us in the first, the second, the third, but not in the fourth. And, I wonder why. Why is it that the Pacers can continue to come back in the fourth quarter and win games? The whole finals, they've been doing it. The whole playoffs, they've been doing it. Well, maybe it's because they have better cardio. Maybe it's because they run the whole fucking game. And Rick Carlisle plays 11 to 12 dudes, and those bench players are probably the best bench players in the NBA as a collective. And they can score just as much as our starters, maybe even more sometimes. Obviously, with Bennedict Mathurin coming off the bench, that happened. But, I mean, maybe it's because they're exhausted. The other team is exhausted. They cannot keep up with the pace the entire game. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. This pace, no one else can keep up with because they can't trust all of their bench players to give their starters a long enough rest. And even if they do, I just think it doesn't even matter because we run so much harder. Carlisle's practices have got to be insane on cardio because we run. We run nonstop until the very last millisecond goes off of the clock. That's why we won that game, and we had the lead for 0.3 seconds. Yeah, so, I mean, that's all I'm going to talk about tonight because it's late and I want to get this shit done. But Game 4, I really think the Pacers, I think they know how important Game 4 is, and I think Rick Carlisle is letting them know, look, guys, this is maybe the most important game in the series. Obviously, you just got to win 4, but it's going to be a lot easier on them if they win Game 4 and then go back to OKC. And then OKC might just choke on a giant dick at home in front of their fans and lose, just get a gentleman's sweep. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, these motherfuckers talking shit the whole time. Vegas, minus 700 for OKC to win the series. That's insane, dude. It's insane. But that's what it was. That's got to be the biggest underdog in NBA history. But anyway, that's all I got. I'll see y'all Monday. Let's go Pacers.